How we doing? Are we alright? Welcome back, or welcome if you haven't been here before. So, I don't know what I'm going to name this video yet, but you do, because it's already down, isn't it? Again, YouTube magic. Harry Potter, YouTube magic, editing. I love it. You know I do. Right, so, you saw my brew space. This is sort of part 2 because I've tidied it up. So I've done a quick video on what I've done and what my plans. I've made a decision. So on my video of my brew space, lots of people got involved. I had a few options, didn't I? I was going to clear this out and put stuff in the shed. I was going to build something big. I was going to build something just for a brew shed, and lots of really good comments. I really appreciate it, everybody that commented and gave me some good ideas. And the consensus ended up being where I am at the moment, because I've got access to drainage and water here, right here. It's already here. This is probably the space to do it. So at the weekend I had a clear out. So we did a couple of tip runs, the stuff you keep. I don't know about you guys, but I keep some rubbish. And yeah, and I moved, so we cleared the shed out, the one we got already, got rid of a load of stuff, cleared this place out, got rid of some stuff, and put the other stuff back in that shed. And it still looks really tidy in the shed. And this has given me loads of space. I've got a little bit more, obviously, work to do before I can start the build. But I've got a video to show you. I'll just show you quickly around. But there's another part to this video, because I found at the back of my fridge, and I don't know how this got lost. I do have a beer fridge, to be fair, and it gets filled to the front. So I found a Harrison's Porter coming in at 6.5% of the ABV, but there's a twist. I've ordered a few times off Harry. This went out of date on the 10th, 2021. The date is now the 4th of July, 2023, but it's a porter. It is a porter, and I think we're going to be right. This has been in the cold all the time. It's given in the. I reckon we're going to be all right. So, 10th, 2021, best before. I'm going to pour it. I'm going to have a sip of it. I'm going to tell you the ingredients. Then I'm going to show you a video of the space, and then we'll come back and see what the beer's like. I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm sure it's going to be fine. These are conditioned in the can, aren't they? Obviously, we have got a Harrison's Brewery glass. Obviously. I'll tell you what, there's some smell coming off that. There is some smell coming off that. Look at that, the beer in the glass. I'm just going to do a quick video. This is just, I thought this would be good. Let's have a go at it, see what it was like. So, in it, it has extra pale malt, oat malt, it's got Cara 10, hops are Goldings, and the yeast is Nottingham ale yeast. Always takes 2 sips, doesn't it? Let's have a quick look at my space and what I might be planning on doing with it. Right, so this fermentation fridge is going to be replaced by a taller fermentation fridge. I'm keeping that in here because I use tools. I've had a proper tidy up. This is full of stuff, but this is like seals and bits that I need. I've halved that. That was a big tall, wasn't it? Right mess. Bottles in there. In there is some prizes I've been saving up for a subs competition when I get a big one. Bottles are still there. I might rearrange them racks. The gas is still obviously next to the kegerator. That is going to stay as a second fermentation fridge. That goes on there when I'm brewing, and my tall fermentation fridge is obviously going to be for that. Grains are all, and bits and bobs are all stacked in there now all the way through. Tidied away, not all over the floor like they were. Now this corner, my golf clubs are going to stay in here because they are easily in and out. I'm going to find a shed for the bikes. Just had a delivery of 25 kilo grain today, so they're in there and they'll be able to go under. My plan is to here put a worktop with some units, then some other stuff can go under there. There's going to be probably there, that will go in the corner. Next to it can go my HLT, then a sink, and then an extractor. I am so chuffed. There is acres and acres and acres of room compared to what there were. I'm going to stick a roller door on there. I had them made because they look nice from the outside, but I think we're going to have a roller door on there. Space. I have space. So what do you think? Have I made the right decision? It can be changed. It probably will get changed. You know how things are. I've already, since I've done that video a few minutes ago, I've been looking in that corner and thinking whether maybe the sink needs to be going closer to the door. It can be shifted around. You know, this fermentation fridge behind here that I showed you will probably be sensible to put that under there as well, wouldn't it? I don't know. It's all movable. It's all aroundable. So this beer that went out of date in 2021, is it had it? Is it disgusting? Is it ruined? Doesn't look like it is, does it? That is dark. That has got a lovely head. It's malty. It's roasty. It's got some cacao. It's holding a head with lovely lacing. Light carbonation, but enough to keep that, after all this time, in the can. Can condition these were. As soon as I was pouring this, I got a real fruity. And it smelled like a proper plummy. So this is not to be confused with the plum porter I've had. That plum porter was lovely, but this has got a sweet. It smells like a plummy. Yeah, definitely more of a plummy than a figgy. A fruity, a light fruity from them Goldings as well. An absolutely lovely mouthfeel. A bit chocolatey, smooth. Really, really smooth on your tongue. So that light carbonation, just enough to get them flavours around your mouth, across your tongue. That colour, off-white, creamy. Oh. Has anybody got one stuck in the back of the fridge they forgot about? I didn't own. I think I only had one of these in the mix box, so I don't know what it was like fresh, but as far as I can tell, to my untrained tongue, that has done that no harm at all. Luxurious, portery, fruity, plummy. Super, super, super silky smooth. Fantastic mouthfeel on that. Fantastic mouthfeel. It looks the business as well. Look at that. So there you go. 2021. Couple of years out of 10th. It's only the 7th. It's getting on for 2 years out of date in a couple of months, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not worried. I reckon I've got a stout kicking about somewhere in the back of that fridge as well. And I am not worried about it at all. Absolutely beautiful. So again, thank you for the comments on the video, my brew space. It really helped me make a decision, honestly, it really did. I sort of knew what the most sensible option was. We've also sold the caravan, so that space you saw where the caravan is up for grabs at the minute as well. So, yeah, I think for now, I'm going to do some work. As you saw in the video, look around, I've got a painted floor in here when I had it as a motorbike workshop. So originally this was a motorbike workshop when I was off-roading. So I used to do a bit of motocross and a bit of enduro. So this, you know, the bike used to come in the middle. I used to work on it with the tool chest, obviously, stand. But so I did paint the floor originally, but I didn't ever flatten it. So it was like, it's just concrete and it's a bit ripply because it's ballast. It didn't have a screed over it. So I could screed it, I could self-level it, and I could paint it. Again, I say I did paint it. It's come off a bit now, but it's 9 years ago when I did this. Drainage, I don't think I'm over worried about drainage. The gap is not massive. If I get the floor smooth and painted, I can squeegee it out the door. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I don't think I need to worry about putting drains in here. It's not big enough. I'm not that stressed and worried about that. But as again, things will change. We'll see what happens. So we will see. Keep watching for updates. I don't know when it will be. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. I'm not in a panic. Already, this has made my brewing day much more easier. Just not kicking around, dropping out, tripping over stuff, and do you know what I mean? So, yeah. Just a quickie. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.
Like, subscribe, and hit the bell.